I've appreciated the high number of you that have reached out to me on my TikTok ban, and I get it. You don't want to have happen to you that happened to me. I'll probably end up getting deported over this. But I ended up actually going to TikTok in Culver City today. I had to go to LA today. And so for the heck of it, I Googled last night. I thought, I wonder if TikTok has an office in Los Angeles. As it turned out, that's their headquarters. So I got up there. I parked in their parking structure, and I did a search, and it sounded like you're going to Fort Knox, that you're not going to get in at all. As it turns out, everybody there was very friendly. I was shocked. So don't believe everything you read online. Well, that's just in general, right? And so I got there, and I met with this person named Jesse, a high-level security guy. And I explained my situation to them, and they were very much prepared for somebody just like me. That you don't have a customer service person there, and Jesse is like head of security. You complete a form, and he takes the form and passes it on. And I kidded him. I said, well, what? You passing it on? You gonna what? Pass it on to the trash? He goes, no, man. He goes, I'm gonna forward it on. And I said, so what's the likelihood my account gets reinstated? And he goes, I think it must be pretty good because we have a number of creators coming by here, and some of them are crying because this is like a big source of their income. He goes, I'm glad you're not crying. He was actually a very friendly guy. And I said, wow. I said, truly, I said, I've never made a dime on this. I said, that was never my intentions. I said, that's not what this is all about for me. But I said, that is really sad. So we'll see how it goes. I'm just sharing this because I know if you get banned, I mean, it's startling, right? But he said something that was interesting because he says, it might not have been, because I explained to him the videos that I had an issue with ISIS, one Hispanic guy who was getting pummeled. I said I had an issue with that. He goes, well, also oftentimes happen, Craig, is because comments made on videos that if it's construed that it's inciting violence and the comments are such that's really like riling up people, that a content creator can get banned that way. And I said, really? I said, I never even thought about that. He goes, yeah. He goes, that's why you'll see all of these safety measures. And he goes, a lot of people just like totally disregard those. He goes, I'd really strongly, engage those. And I said, well, yeah. I said, I didn't really follow those much at all. He goes, well, you want to think about those going forward. He goes, that could have been it. And I said, there you go. So I'll keep everybody posted. But anyhow, I filed a form. We'll see. Hope you're having a great day.